All right, to find intervals where a function is increasing or decreasing, we're going to first figure out what the first derivative is. So here I'm going to have the first derivative is going to be, so I'm going to multiply by the exponent and then subtract the exponent by 1. So 2/3 minus 1 is -1/3. I can also write this as 2/3. And since the exponent is negative, I'm going to put it in the denominator. Okay, so critical points are when the first derivative is either equal to 0, so the numerator is equal to 0, or where the output does not exist, so when the denominator would be equal to 0. So we can see that we can't set this whole thing equal to 0 because there's no way for the numerator to be equal to 0. But if we look at when this part would be equal to 0, that would happen when x is equal to 0. So we're going to have a critical point at x is equal to 0. Okay, now to figure out where it's going to increase or decrease, you can imagine if we were to make a number line with f prime of, or sorry, f prime of x. Here, the derivative is not defined, but we're going to see on which sides it's positive or which sides it's negative. So I'm going to choose 2 points, and I'm going to see what would happen on those for those values of f prime of x. So here, if I were to plug in f prime of -1, I would get 2/3 to the -1 to the 1/3. And that this is going to give me -2/3. So this is a negative value, so it means that it's going to be decreasing in this region. If I do the same thing, but I'm going to use f prime of 1, so something on this side, I would get 2/3, 1 to the 1/3, and that would give me a positive 2/3. So that's going to be increasing. So if we were to look at it, we're going to have we're going to have 2 regions. So the first region is going to be from -infinity to our critical point. And then the other one is going to be from 0 to positive infinity. And when it's in the negative region, it the values that if we plug anything in, it's going to give us a negative number. So that's going to be decreasing. And then on the positive side, between 0 and positive infinity, it gives us positive numbers. So that's going to be increasing.